Hey, literacy studies colleagues, Happy New Year. And I'm hoping that you got at least a moment to relax. I know you have jobs and lives, so probably not, but maybe you got a day to relax in this new year. Thought I'd make a quick video because some of you have no idea who I am. So hi, I'm Kim Jackson. And also because I'm just so excited about our grad class. I love course prep no matter what. Like, it's the favorite thing I do is course design. But this class in particular, I only get a chance to teach it every other year. And so 2 years, I end up completely redoing it every time. But it also just gives me a chance to do a really deep dive into reading that this course is the closest to the kinds of research that I do in my field. So it gives me a chance to go back and reread stuff that I've read 15 times before and also read everything new. So it's almost like a study when you're prepping for a grad class. It's just magical. So yeah, hopefully I'm now not going to be like, here's all these things that we can think about. So a couple of things. One is, for those of you who do know me, you know that I don't use Blackboard Learn. I'm allergic to it. I think it has nothing to do with teaching and learning. And I study literacy and digital culture, so there's just no way. So I use my own website. We're going to blog there together at the beginning of the semester. Although completely open, if you have your own website, you could blog there, and I will feed your blog into my blog, so we could do that. The book. I've gone round and round for months now about how I wanted to handle the book and the reading and being really careful about how much things cost. So here's what I've decided. We are going to go ahead and read the Routledge's Handbook of Literacy Studies. It is a monster, like 7-part volume, 700 pages. If you were to buy it as a hard copy, it's like $217. So people don't do that. In fact, I don't know how many times I've gotten the book through interlibrary loan, a lot. But I also have an e-version that I just read on a Kindle Cloud Reader, the free one from Amazon, or I put it on my iPad. So yeah, I know an option of a digital text sometimes is, it's hard to read complicated stuff on the screen sometimes, but I think this book is worth it. So it's about $45 even as an ebook, but it's the only thing I'm going to ask you to buy. You can find big chunks of it just in Google Books, but it's missing tons of pages, so I'm going to encourage you, if you can, to just get the book. We will read some of it together, some of the kind of grounding texts in the first section together. Oh, it's super current research. The book came out just 2015, 2016, just a couple years ago. And then what I love about it is it's got all these subsections that I think will really fit your own interests. So for example, there's a whole subsection on hermeneutics and connections between literary scholarship and literacy studies. There's tons of stuff on global language, and I think lots of opportunities for those of you who are in the Teaching International Languages programs to find things that you're interested in. And I'm hoping it'll serve as kind of a framework and foundation for some of your own projects that will emerge from this class, or that you'll bring to the class and want to work on during our time together. So that's that. I went back and forth about, this is a brand new book, just came out a month or two ago, and I'm kind of in love with this book. I just keep packing it around. So what I decided was, because it's also $50, so I'm not going to make you do that. I bought 3 copies, and here's my crazy idea, but I think it could be cool. So I bought 3 copies, and each week a trio of you will take a copy home with you. You're going to read one of the chapters in here, and then what I'm going to ask you to do is to leave an artifact for the next set of readers who are going to inherit the book. So it could be a little summary that you type up and you fold and you stick in the chapter. It could be some sort of visual representation. This cover, actually, they have a whole explanation, an author's statement about why the cover is, why this drawing. You could draw, you could record video and leave a little post-it note with the YouTube link in the chapter. You could create a pretty complicated mind map and leave that. We'll talk about all kinds of options for, but basically you're going to leave us something that when the next person gets it, they have kind of a little present in there that they can look at when they read their chapter. And I'm hoping by the end of the semester we end up with this tattered, bulging, material representation of our conversation in these 3 sets of this book. And then we'll see what we have, and maybe there'll be something worth assembling together. So I'm hoping you'll take me up on this kind of experiment that we'll do. And so twice you'll take this book home, read a chapter, and try to do something with it. I know some of you already are like, I'm not creative. You could just write a summary, and you could put that in the book with a little, dear reader, here's what you can expect to find. So there's that. We're not meeting the first week because of the holiday, which I'm super bummed about, especially with a grad class losing a whole week. So I'm going to ask you to do some reading, because duh, it's a grad class, and ask you to write a little bit of an introduction. I'm going to put you on my website and have you try it out. You can figure it out. You can come find me. I'll be in my office if you have any problems. And then I'm going to have you trace for a couple of days your literacies. And it's not easy, as Keaton will tell you, because I've had him do it before. You're going to keep track of everything you read and write for a couple of days. And I'll give some suggestions in the email of ways you can do that. And we'll do kind of a little pilot study of your literacies. And what's great is we have a big class. There's 17 of us in this class, 18 with me. And so we should have actually a pretty good data set to work off of the first time we meet with seeing what everybody's reading and writing practices are. So that's that. Behind me, no spatial ability on video, is a big stack of books, and I have more in my office, and I'll be bringing those to class one week, and you'll choose one to read on your own, so you have to buy it. I have a lot of books. And I'm hoping you'll take that up as a way to think through maybe a theorist, for fun, just like read some Vygotsky or some Bakhtin or something. Or maybe one of the studies that's mentioned in our more current texts. You might want to go back and read the original study. So I have those, and you'll take them over spring break and do some reading, and we'll decide what we want to do with those. Right now I have it listed as a book review assignment, but it could just be we come to class and talk to each other about these books. Yeah, that's super excited to start working with you all. I think that's all I have to say about that for now. Feel free to email me with any questions. I actually made a list to make sure there's nothing else I need to, I think we're good. I'm excited, and see you shortly. Hope you there's no rest. There's no days off. Everybody's like, how's your break? Just keep working. Okay, that's it.